Hello, hello, hello. Surprise. Oops, I dropped something. Let me go get it. Surprise. Hello, everybody. You were not expecting me. And even though I was not expecting to be here, I'm still late. I was supposed to be here at noon, and here I am at 12:08. Hello, Rosa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Coffee Break with Tarot by Laura González. Sarah and Laura is in the house. And so is Silverlet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Surprise. Surprise. The weekend is going to be very busy. Very busy. So the weekend will be very busy. And tonight, I have the pleasure to be officiating a wedding. And because we have that wedding tonight, yesterday we had some other ritual activities, and that's why we didn't have coffee break on normal Wednesday for oracles. And then tomorrow I will be at my full baking cafe, so I'm not gonna be able to do coffee break. And thank you, Richard, because it was Richard who asked me, is everything okay? Like, where you at? I'm fine. I'm here. I'm just busy. And I figured, you know what? Let's do a coffee break. Silverlight says it's a happy surprise to see you. Yeah, surprise. Let's do a coffee break today, and we combine oracles and tarot for the weekend. So let's get to it. And let's see what comes for us. May the divine let us see what needs to be seen. And may we be able to use this information for the greater good. So be it. The Garden, Witch's Garden Tarot. And we have, dun, 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 we have the Five of Wands reverse. The Five of Wands reverse, which is talking about kind of like removing yourself from a situation, removing yourself from, having to prove yourself or having to demonstrate that you're able and capable of doing things, and just saying, you know what, this is not it. This is not the place for me. I'm just going to remove myself. That is, there is no need to keep. It's like seeking validation, trying to find a place at the table, having to fight to prove your ideas. Sometimes being a lone wolf is the best kind of wolf you can be. Hello, tortas de papa. So sometimes it's like, let me remove myself from the situation. And if anything, just to take a step back so you can observe. Sometimes we are so going with the current that we don't even realize that we are on a whirlpool. And so it's okay to take a step back and to reassess the situation and to perhaps leave the situation altogether. So that's kind of like the first card that we have. The second card that we have is the Moon, and is reverse. And it's telling us to stop with the secrets, stop with the secrecy, stop with the being quiet, being polite, keeping other people's peace of mind is best sometimes to disrupt the tide, jump, scream, kick, do whatever you need uh, to stop having to fight for it and to, you know, I mean, if you're gonna go out with a bang. We don't go out quietly, said, oh my God, what is her name? I forgot. She wrote the poem Witches. Fleecy Mallet. Fleecy Mallet. She say, we are not gonna go quietly into the night. And I think that's kind of a little bit of what this tarot reading is saying. And so be it, you know. Si quieren guerra, se las damos. You know, let's be feisty sometimes. All right, let's do some oracle cards. We have the elemental oracle, we have the divine animals oracle, and we have the celebration of love oracle, because we're combining oracle and tarot day. And we're gonna start with the elemental oracle. Let me, you guys move to this side. Look at all these cards. Look at all these cards, including these guys. Nobody jump. Everybody stay where you are. All these cards, and three of them are going to give us messages. So first is the elemental oracle. May the divine give us the guidance that we seek for today, for the weekend, for the ending of June. I was going to say for the ending of 2024. No, not yet. Just the ending of June. And we have desert, solitariness. There's so much glare. I don't know. I mean, it's a person with white hair, almost like an albino person, swinging in a swing with nothing but the desert at their feet. And this one kind of sort of fits this. You know, like, I'm gonna do me on the desert on my own without having to depend on others. So the desert, desert like this. The glare don't help, but I think you can see it there. Solitariness. There is a difference between being alone or solitary and being lonely. Feeling confident to spend time alone is powerful. You do not need so much. Work on developing simplicity. There is more to life than accumulating objects. You can be resilient and adapt to difficult circumstances. Solitariness. There is a difference between being alone or being solitary and being lonely. Feeling confident to spend time alone is powerful. You do not need so much work on developing simplicity. There is more to life than accumulating objects. You can be resilient and adapt to difficult times. All right, so that is the elemental oracle. And I gotta do this because otherwise I cannot see you. And tell you that we're gonna be on Mindful Baking Cafe tomorrow. I know I already said that. 12 to 5. And I'm gonna do my regular, you know, three cards for 20, 5 cards for 30, the full session for 50. And you get a free cookie or brownie with any reading. So if you go and do the $20 reading, you still got a $5 brownie. And if you do a $50 reading, you still have a $5 brownie. So I think it's not a brownie. I think it's a what? What is it called? What is it called? It's not a brownie. Anyway, en Trujillo, welcome. En Trujillo, I think I know who you are. But if that's your name here in Trujillo, then that's your name here. So tomorrow, Mindful Baking Cafe. Saturday, Saturday we're gonna be at PACH, Pilsen Arts Community House, doing the Finding the Goddess Within meditation workshop. Finding the Goddess Within meditation workshop happen once a month at PACH, usually on the last Sunday, from 12 to 5, and it's a sliding scale event. You can pay from 10 to 25, whatever you can. Starts at $10, and it's a 2-hour meditation workshop. We do art, we do kind of like a journey meditation, and then we talk about finding the goddess within, hence the name of it. And then on Sunday, we have the Goddess Circle, online Goddess Circle. So it is circle, obviously, when people come together to validate each other and to witness each other, not to fix, not to psychoanalyze, not to do anything other than be there with each other and for each other. And yes, Hester, I didn't want to say your name because I didn't know if you were incognito. Okay, let's see this. My dear friend Esther Trujillo. All right. We have trust. The card of trust. So let me see what the message is. Put back the superhero costume. Trust with a T. OPQRST. Fun fact is, can count quickly or do math quickly or do the ABCs in English quickly. I can do it slowly, but not quickly. Trust. You are being inspired to release your fear of trust. You are one with God. All outcomes, whether you judge them as good or bad, are all in perfect divine timing, serving the best and highest for the good of all concerned. Fear has no place in this holy equation. That's one loaded message, and I think we ought to claim it because it's a good one. Trust. You are being inspired to release your fear of trust. You are one with God. All outcomes, whether you judge them as good or bad, are all in perfect divine timing, serving the best and highest for the good of all concerned. Fear has no place on this holy equation. I guess it's time to let go. Again, it kind of repeats that message of validation and distrust and, trying to peace and appease and please others, or maybe be part of a status quo that we're not part of. Very interesting developments on today's reading. Let's do our last oracle card. There are 8 spaces left on the Tezcatlipoca workshop. That workshop is going to be a 4-hour workshop happening on July 28th. The early bird is $75. You can still get your ticket at an early bird special rate. We're going to talk about ancestors. We're going to talk about divination, obviously. We're going to talk about the history of divination, some of the history of divination. And we're going to talk about this mythical creature named Tezcatlipoca. I saw you sign up. La Dancy Nancy, is going to be such pleasure to have you there. Well, you're one of the 5, 6 that had already signed up. We have, like I said, 8 tickets left. It's only going to be 15 people on this workshop. Intimate and very intense. So, divination. Who is Tezcatlipoca? Connection with ancestors. Shadow work. collective unconsciousness. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really good. Uh, if I wasn't teaching the workshop, I will be signing off for it because it's like a whole lot of information packed up in a 4-hour workshop. And that's why we moved to 4 hours. I was doing the workshops for 3 hours, but this one really, really needs 4 hours. So we're gonna get together and it's gonna be in Pilsen. Hello, Chula Acid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's see what um, the Divine Animal Circle has for us today. And I think this is the one. Ooh, the meerkat. We have the meerkat. For those who watch Lion King is Timon. You know, Hakuna Matata. Okay, page 16. Did you watch the Lion King? Lion King was like the most favorite movie of all times for me. Well, second to Nightmare Before Christmas, but Jack Skellington is the king. So this is the suricata, the meerkat, and the word is responsibility. Do you take responsibility seriously, or is it easier to blame others or outside influences? There should be a balance between responsibility for others and yourself. Someone might not be honoring their word. Developing altruism is important. Teaching others the skill you have mastered is a highly honorable act. And Trujillo says, I love the Lion King. I love him too. I love the Lion King. It's just like, and I was a teenager when it came out. No, I was already on my 20. I was 20 when it came out, and I loved it. Love it, love it, love it. I think I know, of course, the Spanish version, the Spanish from Mexico. Um, and I know all the songs on Spanish because I love that movie. So the meerkat talks about responsibility. Do you take responsibility seriously, or is it easier to blame others or outside influences? There should be a balance between responsibility for others and yourself. Someone might not be honoring their word. Developing altruism is important. Teaching others your skills, the skills you have mastered, is a highly honorable act. I'll take that. I take it personally because we were just talking about the thing that I will be teaching. I love teaching. You see me here doing cards, doing oracles, doing the women's circles, this and that. But my true passion lies on learning and teaching. Nothing gives me more pleasure than to share my knowledge with others. And yes, I love doing the oracles and the limpias and the workshop and the energy work and being a witch of it all, doing my podcast. I've been podcasting for, I was just making numbers with somebody, 13 years. I've been podcasting for 13 years. What? That's a lot of years. So, that is teaching because that is sharing knowledge. And I just love it. I just love sharing knowledge, information, because it's not always my knowledge. Obviously, I'm chatting with these authors and we're just like conversing about their books and what they wrote, and a plethora of people that I have met that they're so knowledgeable and that we get to chat with them and you know bring their perspective, my perspective, etc. I just love the learning process and the teaching process. Hello, Alexa Rose. Okay, this is going to be our last card for today. If you just signed up, let me remind you, why are we doing coffee break on a Thursday? Because I had a ceremony yesterday and tomorrow I'll be at Mindful Baking Cafe, so I decided to make it kind of like a sandwich in the middle. Thanks, Richard, for giving me the idea. And so Tomorrow, Mindful Baking Cafe, 12 to 5. Saturday, Finding the Goddess Within Meditation Workshop at PACH in Pilsen. Sunday, Goddess Circle online co-ed situation. And then, of course, the workshop on July 28th, Tezcatlipoca, The Smoke and the Unknown. Last card of today from the B Tarot. We're going to read from the messages as dear Christopher Hughes wrote them. We are going out with a bang. That is the Ace of Swords. And an ace is an ace. There will always be good cards to have. Aces, reverse, right side up, doesn't matter, in my opinion. So to me, it's already a card of success and triumph. But let's see what Mr. Christopher Hughes wrote here. This card implies that you have the answers you need. Things are clearer now that they ever have been. You might have been plagued by doubts, indecision, and generally felt lost in a mental judge of your own. Making, but suddenly, oh my God, I need to start reading again. This card implies that you have the answers you need, period. Things are clearer now that they have been than they ever have been. You might have been plagued by doubts, indecision, and generally felt lost in a mental jungle of your own making. But suddenly, something has inspired you. And usually, inspiration comes when you least expect it and from surprising sources. Okay, let me read that again so I can make peace with myself. Because the way I read that is really horrendous. Hi, Lippy Sochi. It's been years. How are you, dear friend? All right, so Ace of Swords. This card implies that you have the answers you need. Things are clearer now than they have ever been. You might have been plagued by doubts, indecision, and generally felt lost in a mental jungle of your own making. But suddenly, something has inspired you. And usually, inspiration comes when you least expect it and from surprising sources. There you go. The third time was the time that I read it correctly. So that is great. Uh, Thank you all for being here. I guess I'm going to pop up on a Thursday more often. All these friends I haven't seen in forever show up. I resonate with the card very much. Great reading, Laura. Thank you, True Acid, and thank you everybody for being here. New faces, old faces, new friends and returning friends. For those who don't know, I've also been doing the coffee break for a long time. And coffee break happens usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. Today's special occasion we're doing Thursday because I had a ceremony yesterday, have another event tomorrow. But I wanted to pop in and remind you of all the events and of course everything you can find on my Eventbrite. And also if you ever want to tip me, I know some people send tips and I'm very grateful for that. You can find my phone is my Zelle, or you can Venmo me at Blue Witch, or you can Cashapp as well. You can find all those on the description. And thank you all so much for existing. I'll see you tomorrow at Mindful Baking Cafe. I'll see you Saturday at the Finding the Goddess Within at Patch, or I'll see you Sunday at the Goddess Circle. Thank you all for watching, and until we meet again, you are loved. Bye bye.